The temperature's a big red siren brings the Cardinals. We go from Arizona. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So the Cardinals come out and they're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He gets that to his big targets, Trey McBride. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10.
Here's for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and
on the zone read, given to Connor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a football on the play. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's Harrison. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
And the Cardinals first down. First and 10.
Murray with a give to Connor. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Bruce Frankel up to make the tackle. From the 31. Here is second down and 7. They'll go right back to Connor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often.
That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Chiefs, nothing.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away.
Arizona.
Nico Remigio to bring it back. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Kansas City.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Big Walter Nolan. A rookie out of Ole Miss. There to make the stop. From the 41. Here's second down and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. They'll run with the checker. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Cody Simon in on the stop. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pacheco. They'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's a gain of 6 and a first down, Chiefs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to keep it on a design run. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Jones now on the return. Wow. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
You know, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground for about a 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24.
Murray now to throw on 1st down. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs.
2nd down. Murray. Now he takes off. And he's in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Chiefs 3.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
We are through one. 14-3 is the score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Minshew. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll try and throw with Minshew. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Cards offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. What to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. This one down the field, but it's lined up incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and where they have to punt it away.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over possession of the football. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, it's been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's complete to Royal. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous stop. They'll try to run for it with Smith.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A 44-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. That's caught. It's Emari Demercado. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Cardinals...
They'll go play action here with Brissett. On the move left. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
That's caught left side by Lyman. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Now a 3rd and 2. Looking out of the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Smith. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Give, it's Smith. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Minshew to the air on 2nd down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Kansas City.
On the ground, it's Smith. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Starling Thomas is there on the tackle. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
defense sees an offense set up with an empty backfield, a lot of times these blitzes, these are checks. And this is where, as a quarterback, you have to understand who is accounted for by my protection and who is not. Anybody who blitzes that you can't block, that job is on you to get that ball out of your hand.
It is 3rd and 10. Here's Minshew. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Brissett going to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's the punter now as he is on to punt for Arizona. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Minshew going to look to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now a run with Smith, and he'll be taken down just shy of the 30, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
To throw, Minshew. It's made by Smith-Schuster. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back is Minshew. Right defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Minshew. Open man. The tight end, Gray. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Throwing is Minshew. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Minshew. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Smith. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. That's melted. There to get him down. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Minshew. He takes off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. No gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Give up the middle to Smith. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Into the hands of Juju. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slot to avoid the contact. Does so successfully. And it's a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Run inside with Smith. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Smith. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Minshew. This one caught it before. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The Chiefs will set up for the
blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is not going to work. It's incomplete. Trying to tie the game with a two-point conversion, but unable to do so.
Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Amari DiMercado to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cardinals offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now DiMercado. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
That's good. Cardinals, first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. He'll get this out wide to DiMercado. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Brissett. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
First down.
On play action, Brissett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
To the air again is Brissett. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. On the ground, DiMercado. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. That one is good. And the Cardinals will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly had the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's into the hands of Tyquan Thornton. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun snap, and they'll run it with Smith. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
3rd and inches.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
And he'll get a few yards on this return. Up past the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. He'll run. It's DiMercado. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Cardinals. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll stick with him again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Going for it all. That is hot! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 71 yards. Touchdown, Arizona.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you've got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Are through 3. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Remigio now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Taking off, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. 2nd and inches. Here's Minshew. That's complete to Royal. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. But the man is Thornton. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
First down.
To the air once more is Minshew. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Minshew can look to throw again.
26-yard line.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Here's a run with Hunt. He'll have the 1st down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Minshew gonna look to throw. There he goes again. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To throw Minshew, and this ball is going to be incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Delvin Tomlinson getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Minshew. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down. Back is Minshew. Pushed out to his left. He'll try to run for it. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
They'll begin with a zone read. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Now this looks like a design run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Brissett. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is Brissett. He's got his man complete to Johnson. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Cardinals.
They'll give on the ground, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
14-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will score! Amari Deaver scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering
It up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Remigio now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. It's made by Smith-Schuster. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 13 yards.
Give up the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Minshew. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down, Kansas City.
Now Minshew. Pass is caught by Gray right side. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Into the hands of Juju. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Open man is Royals. He's got it. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 19-yard line.
To throw once more, here's Minshew. Now he takes off. And he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
He'll get up and clock it and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. He'll look to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They look to throw it with Minshew. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs are able to cut into the deficit. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Victory formation. Defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Cardinals as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.